What is up YouTube, it is Matty, and today we're going to go through a live war recap, and it is not the one versus Reddit Dark unfortunately, but you can see the result there, so cheeky little sneak peek for you. But it's the war versus random Chinese clan that I can't pronounce, so if anyone wants to try and write down how to pronounce that in English, be my guest. But you can see here we absolutely dominated the clan. It really wasn't a competition. They did get 7 3-stars on us. Just gonna have a look at who they took down. They got My Precious, me, always me. Why always me? Endog, Cole, Echoes was a no defense, and Charizard. So they took a few of us down. Tim as well. But to be honest, we didn't do all perfect on them. A couple of their Channel 10s stayed up, like number 4 and 6. We did get a Channel 10 3-star, which I'll show in the recap, and they're all the Channel no, not all the Channel 9s went down either, so not the best war for us, to be honest. But I'll go through and show you the pick of the crop that I've hand selected for you. And we're going to kick this war recap off with Dark Lord Sauron, DLS as we call him. And this was an interesting raid. It's one I've never seen before actually. So he's got 5 golems and 12 hog riders and earthquaking in on the general. So clearly going for an absolutely almighty tank action at the start, with hogs for cleanup at the end of the raid. Now, when you've got that many golems, it's pretty. I mean, you're getting so much tank. Did he still manage to get? He still managed to get a wall breaker fail. Poor guy. So he's gonna have to Oh, he had more wall breakers, luckily. But anyway, the poison's gonna go down to help slow down the CC. Could have been dropped a lot sooner though. King and the Queen are going in. They're making their way into the core, but because he's got so many golems, they're just going to keep tanking for probably what feels like forever. He just needs to cover off the bottom side of the base. He's got the jump spell to take them through fully as well. So golems moving through now. The whole of the top side's down. Couple of golems at front. The King's getting targeted by the Expo though, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But the Queen's getting in there. He might need to drop the King ability and then potentially the Queen ability to get it down. It's down now. The golems should run up front because they're moving to the defence, and you can see on the left hand side he's sent all his hogs in with a heal spell to move through, and they're going to push through that side of the base and then keep going, hopefully take down both arch towers and push into the final side on the right. But he's still got the Queen ability, so I thought it was a really interesting raid. Army choice. Haven't seen one with 5 golems before on a GoHo. But it's a GoHo because clearly he's got the hog riders in there as well to help out with the raid. Cleanup was fine as well, so all in all pretty straightforward in terms of the attack strategy. Pretty pretty nice. A new way to take down the general. I know that's what I don't know how often people see it in war, but every now and again when you're in the farm wars or the go wipe clans, the general crops up a few times. Anyway, moving through, we're going up to Blaine, who's dropping I think it's an Archer Queen charge. So, sends a Queen at the top. She's taking down a couple of defensive buildings. You can see by the earthquake spot that she's going to sort of naturally start funneling south anyway. Dropped a couple of minions on the elixir pump to make sure she doesn't come back out. That's the last thing he would want. He wants it to go in and continue moving inwards while... So she can she's going to go and get all the value that's inside the base, which is the Expo, Giant Bomb spots, King, Queen. And I find it quite interesting that he's actually using the Arch Queen charge on a anti 2-star base. So it's normally, previously we've seen it in the anti 3-star arena, but it's good that you can actually use it on more common anti 2-star bases, which to be honest, I suppose it's difficult to remember that we are Emphatic Elite. We set a lot of arranged wars, so we end up with a high amount of anti 3-star bases that we have to deal with, and to be honest, that's our comfort. If when we come against anti 2-star bases, sometimes we struggle because we're so used to fighting in the anti 3-star game that when an anti 2-stars comes, we try and do the fancy stuff and end up just completely flopping sometimes, which I think actually might have been one of the reasons why we didn't do 100% well this war. But you can see the point I was making was it's good to see that actually we are using the fancier strategies on the simpler bases, because you don't see it all the time. Normally an anti 3-star layout gives you the most reason to use that sort of attack, because you get so much value when you're moving all the way through the base to get to the Arch Queen, and normally the double giant bomb threats are far away from the Queen, and there's a way to sort of make it so that you take them down. And on this base there might even be a double giant bomb threat between the mortar and the Tesla, but I don't know, and I don't know if this is a cleanup or not. But he's got 2 groups of hogs going, and there was a double giant bomb third, but he had 2 groups of hogs in, so he'd sort of counted for that anyway. Queen's in the core and the king, so they're going to help take down the Tesla, which they did, and now it's just purely down to cleanup. So very good raid by my precious. Interesting to see the Arch Queen charge straight in on the anti 2-star layout, because it's just something you don't see every day. Moving up, we got Blaine. Think he had an interesting raid as well. Yes, it was a I don't know if you've seen it before. I haven't. It's the stoned LaLoon, sorry, but it's a stone LaLoon on an anti 2-star base again. So for me, it's always a little bit weird to see something slightly different. So in this case, it's an anti 2-star base. There would be no, in my opinion, logical reason to use the stone. It's normally Shattered LaLoon, or you just go for the GoHo. But maybe he wanted to try something a little bit different. Maybe he felt that he could get a lot of value by adding the 3rd golem in, getting into the core, getting the expos down. You can see he's used the rage to help the kill squad take down the CC, to take down the initial defences. The poison's doing some good work as well. But look how deep the king's pushing in, which is different than I think it's different than a standard Shattered would have been. Both expos are going down, or at least one's about to go down, I think. Can't even see whether Queen's sat in a good position to shooting the other expo. So he's just getting a lot more value from the kill squad, taking down the defences in the core, getting the sweepers down. It's just, and I think that was the reason for it. But you're seeing soon now that the final air defence is going to go down. The hound's going to push through. There is still a hound alive, but I don't think that's getting targeted, so that might stay up. But so many loons left, and just still moving through the base quite nicely. You've got a lot of pups there to clean up as well, so I felt that this raid was a little bit different as well, because it's just the normal time you'd see like a stoned LaLoon is on a base where the air defences are right in the core, maybe quite far away, and you need to push through a big portion of the base to get to them. But you know, Blaine's just not playing by no one's rules and doing his own thing. So anyway, number 17, let's have a look with the Hardy, and I think this one is one of the more mainstream attacks. You'll see it's the shattered GoHo. So golem in the north, golem in at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and wizard's funnel, a couple of minions as well. Always use minions when you can, when it makes sense for the funnel, but start with the outward wizards first, because the queen will help clear the inside path, but you just want to make sure she doesn't walk, so you need to have the timing right where the wizards can clean the outer layer of defences in good time to make sure the queen doesn't walk. You want the cannon to go down up there, and you want both cannons to go down ideally, because they could pull the queen either side. So the one's getting hit by the wizard now, and you can see the queen is still taking down, well, she's taking down the enemy queen, then she's got the mortar, and by this point they've only got one real route in. Poison spell's already down, and there you go. So there, the queen is moving in by a perfect funneling job. Here, while the CC is still alive, while they're the kill squad is still alive and moving through, and the defences are distracted, he drops the hogs in. Now the idea being here, the reason why you want them to push through, and he's pushed them through in a complete wave, which is quite interesting. Because firstly he's approaching the giant bomb head on, the double giant bomb threat, and because he took it head on, under a heal spell, the Hogs were able to trigger them one by one and survive. They've moved through really nicely. The Queen is still alive, and the Queen's taken down the Expo, so he's kept it so the kill squad was still doing a tanking job for him while the Hogs were moving through the base. And he's got a final heal spell ready, so that the back end of the raid, he can just keep those Hogs alive. They'll turn on the King, kill him, and then just be part of the cleanup squad. So a raid, we rarely see raids this straightforward in terms of hogging these days. Again, because it's just the type of bases we encounter. So that's why I wanted to show it on my channel. As these raids still do exist, and this probably forms the mainstream war community. That are sort of transitioning into the 3-star strategies. These are the sort of bases sort of strategies you'd be using on them. So up to number 14 now, we've got Tim going back over to the more obscure, the more very modern and up and coming strategy, which is the AQ Charge. It's a really interesting one. It's on an anti 3-star base, so more what you'd expect. He's going in an angle. He's going to try and eliminate the giant bomb threats with a Queen. He's got a couple of dragons to take down the enemy Queen. A couple of dragons to take down the enemy Queen, and he's going to basically try and funnel his Queen into the right spot now, using minions to funnel again. I don't really like using minions because I find that they're too slow, and you can see. But some people have the work it out in the time wise. And it seems to be going well so far. There are a couple of storages there that we're going to sort of keep her entertained for a little bit. Is that going to be enough time for the minion to pop the barracks? I think she was going in either way, but it just means she's not going to pop back out, which is the worry. Meanwhile, he's got the dragons on the towards 3 o'clock. They're going in to take the Queen down. But they're also going to get a bit of extra value, which is perfect. That's what you wanted. One defense down there. I think he's going to go and get the wizard tower, potentially the cannon as well. Queen's taking down the enemy at the CC. All done now, and she's going to, I think she's going to drop down to take down the builder hut, and then she's going to move back up to the north to start taking down the core of the base, because she's got one Expo shooting her. Oh, she has dropped down to take down the drill down there. He's dropped the King down there now as well. Looks like he's going to funnel the King in to go and get the other giant bomb threat, which is between the air defense and the mortar. Beautiful jump spell. King's going straight onto the arch tower, taking that down, and then he's going to go inwards. He's only got one choice, and that's to go to the arch tower. Good spot to do the Queen ability as well, because he's taken down a couple of defenses there, and now he's starting to use the Hogs just to take down help take down the final defenses that could affect him on the raid. The air defense is taking down the healers, which is a little bit unfortunate, but maybe the Queens are going to have just enough left to be able to push through. And well, now he's got enough healers left to keep her nice and alive. Now the final Hogs coming through, and you've got a couple of point defenses left, a couple of cannons and a arch tower. The Queen is in a good spot, but she's not going to be able to get the arch tower, so he's going to have to rely on his Hogs for that. There is a group up north by the air defense, and they're about to push past the town hall, go and get the arch tower, and hopefully they're going to be able to take it down by themselves, which they will, because there's enough. And there it is. So the Hogs will be now part of cleanup. The Queen's still in the core sitting around, but the Hogs are going to go and help out and get those trash buildings done and get the 3-star. So good job by Tim taking down the base on number 14 with a bit of the charge. I'm going to reinforce that now by showing another charge. So sorry for the charge overload on this one, but it's good. It's such a good strategy, and it's not as complicated as you think. Once you start to understand the Queen dynamics, what I would say is don't bother charging with a level 20 Queen. You want to probably 25, although I have seen people charge with 21, but it's just something I wouldn't advise. See here, he started her off course. She's towards the one side, but he's going to funnel her to the right. But he's going to get the arch tower and the cannon down en route. So 2-point defences taken down right at the start. Then she's going to move to the right, and he's got the minion on the lab to push her in, which is going to work fine as well. So she's naturally got to go inwards, and he's worked that out and been able to take a couple of point defences down en route as well, which was nice. Now the gold storage is going to help him funnel. Also the fact that he's got the minion on the gold mine, which will just help the Queen time when she's trying to take it down and push inwards. Just looking at the rest of the base now. He's got about 18, well, he has got 18 Hog Riders. Now, poison's down nice and early. It's key when you've got time like this, when you're relying on the Queen to do so much. And I like the fact he used the Rage spell there to keep her alive, because if you can keep the ability in your back pocket, you might find it helps on cleanup, or when things just a little bit later, when maybe both expos are on her and she's starting to get hurt a little bit, and just to take down those key defences. It's always good to have the ability in the back pocket, so use the Rage before then, preferably. Now, he needs to take down the Queen. Oh, he's taking down the Queen. He must be sending the King in just to go and get a bit of extra value, take down those couple of extra defences. Look, the Hog Riders, they're coming in on the through sort of 1, 2, 3 o'clock, taking down all the defences over there, and then they're going to push completely through the base, past the Expo, past the Wizard Tower, and then over to the final side. But he's got some Hogs coming in the bottom as well. He's just making sure he comes in on all the different angles. He has hit a giant bomb with one group, so they're going to perish quite quickly. He's got Goblins going down for cleanup down the bottom side, because there's quite a few storages down there. But the Hogs are all sort of converging in the core, and I think final defense has just gone down, and now the Hogs are going towards the town hall, so that's all done. Yeah, I mean, he had a good amount of cleanup left as well. The Queen's in there as well, taking defensive buildings down now. So there it is. There's the 3-star. Beautiful raid by Dave. Really nice to see. Final raid we're going to show is by the Evil, which is the Holy. So let's go and have a little look. And it's a Town Hall 10 3-star. I don't even know what you call this strategy, so if anyone knows, let me know in the comment section. I bet the Evil knows, but I don't. It's just, I don't. My Town Hall 10, as you guys all know, my Town Hall 10 game isn't the best. He's used a Earthquake in the core, just to drop a bit of damage in there to help weaken the defences, I'd imagine. And now starting at Queen Walk, going round, and he's going to push her straight inside. Actually, it's almost like a mini charge, because she's going to take down a couple of defences and start heading inwards. Meanwhile, Golem down the bottom side, I imagine that's where the King's going to go, or is he going to just send in all his witches over there as well? It's going to be interesting to see what is. I'm trying to figure. I mean, I'm going to be figuring this out on the fly as well. So, Wall Breakers in. Here the witches start to come straight through the bottom middle now. All the rest of them down as well. Looks like he's trying. That's what he's doing. Okay, I've figured it out. He's funneling, advanced funneling. So got the Queen Walk doing the one part of the funneling, the King pushing doing the other part of the funneling. He's just trying to get all those witches into the core under rage with the Inferno frozen, and trying to take it down basically, because there's so much high value buildings in the core that he wants to get them down, because once they're gone, the Queen and the King are free to run around the outside of the base as well as the witches. So it's only sort of the single target Inferno left now, but there's a lot of skeletons in there, and the core is now taken down, which has meant his troops, his main heroes, are free to run around the inner core and take down everything en route as well. Because everything's sort of clumped together in terms of defences, he gets such high value from the Queen walking around the outside of a core. It was a perfect plan for the base, really was. Now she's getting hit by a couple of defences at once, but she's moved slightly out of range of the Tesla. I think by the look of it, she's just going to travel back, go clean up those buildings, and then come back for round 2. I'm going to speed up now, because we all know how this is going and what's going on. The Queen's just absolutely dominating. She's getting massive value, and she's just going to take down those defences, and there it is. There's the 3-star. So very good attack. I'm glad I was able to drop in a quick recap on this war, although it wasn't the best one. We had a nice variation of attacks, from LaLoon to Arch Queen walks, charges, and then some old school raid, and we also had the 5 golem GoHo, which was quite weird. Anyway, as always guys, my voice has been a bit off. I'm getting better, but still a little bit off at the moment. But let me know what your thoughts are on this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. So peace out.